Good morning. This year is dedicated L'Ilui Nishmas Rechalaya Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi. Parshat Vayishlach begins with Yaakov sending messengers to Eisav and the way he prepares for his meeting with his brother Eisav. And that's what I would like to discuss today. So let us begin. Chapter 32, Perek Lamed Bet, verse 4, Pasuk Daled. Vayishlach Yaakov malachim lefanav, and Yaakov sent messengers before him, El Eisav Achid, to Eisav his brother, Artza Seir, to the land of Seir, Stay Edom, to the field of Edom. Vayotzav itam lemor, and he commanded them, saying, Ko tamrun la'adoni le'Eisav, so you should say to my master, to Eisav. Ko amar avdecha Yaakov, so says your servant Yaakov. Im Lavan garti, I sojourned with Lavan, ba'acher adata, and I have lingered until now. Let's pause for a moment. Why is Yaakov sending messengers to Eisav? And what exactly does he want them to tell Eisav? Why now? So let's see what Rashi says. Vayishlach Yaakov malachim, and Yaakov sent messengers, malachim mamash, literally angels. Rashi still has not explained to us why Yaakov has sent messengers, but he tells us a fascinating comment. These were not physical messengers, these were angels. And the reason this is significant is because when they return with their message of what Eisav told them, if he told them anything, and definitely the message of how Eisav is coming to meet Yaakov, their message is so important and so significant if it's a heavenly message because it comes from angels. Now the other view about these messengers is that they weren't angels. They were regular messengers. But what they say will still be important. So our question still remains. What is Yaakov telling Eisav, and why is he sending him this message now? According to the Pshat, the basic understanding, if you remember, why did Yaakov leave his parents in the first place? He left them because Eisav wanted to kill him because he stole the blessings. Now he's coming back to his parents' home, and he wants to ensure that Eisav is not going to kill him now. What's the point of leaving and then to come back just to get killed? So that's why Yaakov is sending Eisav this message. He's trying to preempt Eisav, to make peace with him, so that he won't attack him when he comes through his land. Ramban explains that this was a mistake, and this is what he says. He says, yes, Yaakov sent messengers to Eisav because he was scared. And he specifically sent them to Eisav because he had to pass through Eisav's land to get to Yitzchak. Yitzchak lived in Hebron, which is in the south of the land of Israel, and the land of Seir, the mountain of Seir, the land of Edom, where Eisav lived, is also in the south. So in order for Yaakov to get to his father, he has to pass through Eisav's land or pass right next to it, which made him nervous because there would be no way for him to kind of escape Eisav's notice. If he's passing through his land, Eisav knows he's coming. And again, like we said, in order to preempt him and to prevent him from attacking him, Yaakov sends this message of peace to Eisav. We're brothers, let's not fight. Ramban criticizes this because he says Eisav wasn't really interested in Yaakov anymore. In fact, Ramban quotes a verse from Mishlei, from Proverbs, that goes as following. He says, what Yaakov did is like somebody who machzik ba'oznei kelev, over mit'aver al riv lo lo. What this verse means is that a passerby who gets embroiled in someone else's quarrel is like somebody who grabs a dog's ear. It's the idea of waking a sleeping dog. And that, Ramban said, is what Yaakov did. Eisav is a sleeping dog. He's not interested in Yaakov. But because Yaakov was so scared, he sends a message to Eisav, Eisav, I'm coming, I want to get on your good side, I'm your servant, you're my master. And Eisav thinks, hey, I am his master and he's my servant. And the only reason that I might not be is because he stole my blessings. So I'm going to get him. So according to Ramban, Yaakov actually caused his own problem here. Other commentaries would say what Yaakov did is correct. We see no criticism for Yaakov's actions in Rashbam, in Rav Sadia Gaon, in Rashi, because what he did is appropriate. He has to protect himself and his family. So he sends a message to Eisav. But Ramban sees it differently. Now Ramban says the fact that Yaakov made the mistake has very strong ramifications. And that's because Yaakov is one of the Avos. He's one of the fathers of the Jewish people. The entire Jewish nation comes from our fathers and mothers, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And among the mothers, we have Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And what's so significant about their actions? Ramban calls their actions the following phrase. What he says is, Maaseh Avot, the actions of the fathers, Siman Labanim, are a sign for the children. What does this mean? Well, one way he explains it is that whatever the fathers and mothers do, their descendants, the Jewish people, are going to do a similar act.